So I don't know what to expect exactly from this, but I can give you a vague recollection of what I remember. Other than that, the sound. It does have sound. I didn't unmute yet. There we go. I remember empty hallways, kind of serene in a way. Some people really, well, some people. I don't think people know it, but it got roasted a lot for being a bit too depressing because it doesn't have a lot of NPCs. I'm glad for that because the NPCs are fucking ugly. Like they make the GoldenEye 64 characters seem globular. I don't know. They just look very blocky and stiff. No, it's not different too much from GoldenEye. I would say those gorilla proportions. Or am I just remembering gorillas because you had the DK mode in that game? I think it's that. Well, they already seemed a little blocky and gorilla-esque. But I digress. I remember putting items and using items in places you least expect it sometimes. It's a puzzle solving thingy that probably should have been an MKB game, because what we're left with is some pretty awkward controls. We were tossed in a dungeon. You don't need to know more. You really don't need to know more. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I really don't think that anything about the character helps with understanding this better. I think everything else is explained because what I recall is that in the opening, you're shown without much of an animation at all that your character is kidnapped from a caravan and tossed in a dungeon. I have no fucking idea. Maybe there's some ritual sacrifice. I really wouldn't know. I don't think I've ever revisited as to why you actually end up in a dungeon. It's just one of those tiring things. That's the crime. That's the crime. What are you guilty of Skyrim? I did say it was gonna be relaxing. Did say it was gonna be a chill time, which means I'm probably gonna get up a lot and not game a lot. Because I don't consider that chill. I find it very, very strenuous work. Demanding. God, I really, really hope I'm just gonna be chill and not grumpy. If I can achieve that, unlike the last 10 streams that I attempted before I stopped and decided, you know what, fuck it, then I think this would be a successful comeback, even if it's a one-time thing. I don't know yet. Just in a dungeon, we have to get out. And how do we get out? By walking with C buttons. Oh yes. Oh no. Inverted aim. Yeah, I'm not doing that. What are you doing? Stop doing that. It is very not bright, is it? It brightens up when you set it, and then it suddenly reverts. It makes me think the setting does nothing, and it's sort of glitched or something. So there's another block. Sorry, yeah, it's Minecraft Steve over there. Oh fuck. All this time I just want to walk with my left control stick, but you have to be able to aim So the left control stick is used for that because there's famously no two control sticks on a Nintendo 64 controller. Let me see if I can turn up the volume slightly of this game. There's no music, by the way. It's just some droplets. So maybe it is normal that it's low volume. Or it would be like listening to Chinese water torture. Dire Straits. They look terribly uncomfortable. I've been in these, huh? They seem pretty far apart. Yeah, that must have been uncomfortable. Well, what a way of moving around. And I had no issue with this. I don't recall having issues with this. I just ate this shit. I was fat shit, I ate it. Terrifying. There's some horror to this. The way the characters look. Yes, disturbing. A guard, a magician. Wow. He made all his facial depth disappear. My name is Dell. I didn't get to pick that. I was beset by thieves, apparently. Yeah, this is not a dialogue option sort of game. Or choose your own adventure. I would be asking too much. We already got these splendid graphics. Oh, right. See, like I said, the less characters you meet, the better. I'm not gonna do voices. That was another resolution. I'm not gonna fucking read every line of dialogue. I don't find it chill. The torture shall start tomorrow. I don't know why they waste time on you. I don't know either, actually. Very odd. You're within a castle. Castle Shadowgate. There you go. They set a title, we can stop the game now. Legendary Center of Magic for all of Kaltorland. I cannot say it feels like that. It's hardly the Disneyland castle. There you go. It's nothing. Alright, it's nothing but a haunt for thieves and treasure seekers. Magic items made by the Sorcerer Lackmere are said to be hidden here. They can be found in the Four Towers, the titular Four Towers, sealed by magic. He hurt some thieves. Alright, so the thieves threw me in here, so the thieves run this castle, I guess. I see that the coffee. I see that all the bots are working hard as they were before. I'm glad for that. They will come for you tomorrow, probably. Or do you think they're gonna torture him before me? In which case, why is he more important than me, huh? No use trying to think about escaping. It's just the whole game. It's just this cell waiting for your death. They took my spell books from me weeks ago. Wouldn't it be fun if you could actually cast spells to do anything like that in this game, huh? The sewer apostrophe S. The sewers below you. How convenient that that is mentioned twice now. Right? This is luck. Can we have some food? The meat of some kind of beast. Yes, let's listen to that sound effect. I remember it to be gross. Gagged. Well. There's something that made you gag in this game, right? Can we use it to pick a lock or something? It might come in handy, or then again it might not. You could just stay here for the rest of the game, that's it. I wonder if you could just sleep and just die. No, you can move the straw aside. You cannot just go to sleep on it. Not the fatal flaw in the dungeon design. You can just open it without the bone. No. Alright. Time to find out how the fuck you even use an item. So how do we use save states here? By the way, don't get too attached to this game. I'm just having a look around. I just want to get out of this place, and I feel like we already did a thing then. I would love to find out... No. How to use items. There we go. How do you equip it? Yeah, there's no further use for the bone. Oh god. No, no, no. Oh, you can keep it. Is there a way to equip it? It can't be used here. Get used to that message, I guess. Let's go. I really hope there's not gonna be any test of my acrobatics, because the controls suck. It's sewers, they're smelly. That's how I summarize what just happened. It was said. It's also quite blurry, because it needs to fit on a cartridge. It barely had any fucking space on it. Oh no. Terrifying. That could have been me. Proceeding any further might be dangerous. No, 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 no. But he is not in the deep section. Maybe it was just tossed there. I'm pretty sure he could just walk on and drown, because obviously this is the most useless tiny piece of shit hero ever. I think he's some kind of halfling. Isn't that what was said? So he doesn't have a proper size. Not even that. How the fuck did they think this was a good idea to release with C buttons? This should have been a 2D game. Could have been a 2D game. New area. And I think it's a dead end. I find it kind of interesting if it is. Is it though? This looks like a climbable thing. What if I want a dead end? There was another exit, wasn't there? Oh yeah, he drowns. You can't swim. You can't stand in that little shallow body of water. So that's fun. I have a feeling there was or a vague memory of there's something being here behind the grate, but that could be completely wrong. No. That was totally not wrong. Admittedly, I revisited this game in 2008. So quite recently, right? Compared to when it came out in 2000. Oh, that was it? Wait. And God forbid you miss an item like that, you know? You never know. Don't tell me this is like a jumping thing. I haven't found a jump button. Did we just get rid of the bone? And I wasn't looking? Oh, it's a map. This is a map screen. I like how the walls align there. With these gaps between them. That makes me feel like it's just a haunted house on a fair somewhere. Okay, so the other room was a different one. Oh, I found a cheat. Instead of using the C stick, I've also mapped upper C, which is forward, to a separate button. More luck than wisdom. But that button is actually kind of more intuitive for me. Climbable if you get a handhold. But like if I use a bar on it. Likely not, is it? You know, you could also get over it if you weren't just a fucking little runt ass, motherfucking useless halfling. This is already the second time his height is blocking him, which goes to show how inferior short people are, if you ask me. Crawling through sewers like little rats. That's what they should be doing. Sorry about that. I'm just relaxing, so I'm not gonna strain myself to be nice. That takes effort. We can ill afford to spare. I just feel like if I go here, it will instantly drown him. Look, this is deeper than the stupid sewers. And like in the other occasion, they show you the skeletons of people that did not drown there. Couldn't have possibly... Is that a fossil? Couldn't have possibly drowned there. Oh, it could have. Could have been a flood. No, could have been tides. If we were being creative. I just don't buy it. Are you guys invested? Am I invested? Just about enough to keep going for a little while. I am aware. That's why I pressed the item. Look, guys. You can use the bar to like hold on to. No, that's not how it works. I can use a bone adder. Alright, well, that's how it ends then, huh? I don't recall this game to be anything like Atlantis 2, which I may also start up at some point for one of these fucking around streams. You know, it shouldn't even be feed up and chill. It should be fuck around and chill. Fank stream. Fuck up and chill. You know, I like that better. F up and chill. I vote for that. I know you're gonna drown here. What is this bullshit? We cannot go here. We cannot go there. This man cannot swim. You can tell. Wait, what if it's shallow? That's actually hard to say, isn't it? save state. We're just gonna try. You plunge into the reeking waters. It's so deep. I could see the bottom though. Stuck in only water. Only fence. Only water.com. Death quickly follows. Well, that's at least merciful. So try again, because you made the mistake of not finding the pixels that you need to get over that wall from before. And also to underestimate the uselessness, or overestimate the usefulness of the halfling. I keep saying that with so much confidence. For some reason, I'm still inverting it, despite the fact it's not inverted. And I can now definitely confirm the brightness doesn't live up to its expectations, like actually brightening up the screen. So, is there a crate we can pry open with our bar? Is there something on the skeleton in the water? Let's see if we can answer all these questions and more in 3 months. No, I'm not leaving yet. I just don't believe. I can't believe it. You get stuck here on the first, well, on the second challenge, right? You could have drowned twice already. I'm pretty sure that first time you play this, you have. I will have done that instead of just once. They try to escape, and then they just lie down here. They lay down here. What did he do, managing to drown here? Okay, so there are crates here. Let's pry it open. No. I still don't know how you equip something, because that might be the key to all this. Still trying. Trying every button. Well, that might be something I need to look up. And I will. Oh, there are plenty of items that are not necessary to the game's storyline. Is the bar one of them? It is, actually, not one of them. Equip button. How do you equip things? Is there a menu online? Jesus. Some of these NPCs really... It makes you wish there were less NPCs, even less than there are. There's a manual. Transliteration, or whatever you call it. Typed out. Yeah, I just found in the manual he is a halfling, so I can confirm that. How do you like damn apples? How do you like damn half-sized fucking apples? Told you it was a little loser. I bullied the shit out of him, made him wish he was drowned in those sewers. I said I wouldn't get grumpy! I said I wouldn't get grumpy. I was gonna break the curse. If you've never played the original Shadowgate, you're in for an entertaining experience. But if you did, it's just a fucking bore. It's a puzzle-packed fantasy adventure that you... puzzle-packed fantasy adventure that you explore in a first-person perspective. You are Del Cottonwood, a carefree half-wit caught up in a monumental battle between good and evil. Or just in a fucking sewer pipe. Your goal is to escape from Castle Shadowgate, but first you have to pass through 4 treacherous towers and survive the horrible secret. There was a hyphen there. Continue on the next line. The horrible secret. Inside the Chamber of Holding. And look at ugly characters. One wrong move and lapse in judgment and you'll pay the ultimate price. Yeah, because this thing is frail as fuck. Only your wit and cunning and shitty controls can destroy the ancient evil that once again threatens the land of Cal Torlin. Couldn't it have threatened the land of Cal Torlin from a more exotic, sprawling location that is less depressing? I wonder. Controller configuration, page 8. Let's go. There's some random things that look like they shouldn't be in the text. There's something like MMJK and Courageous Knights. We're no match. Don't know what that character is called. An accent aigu. A. Pound symbol. A. Asterisk. Asterisk, yeah. NST. MTM, Liz Black Magic, and... Oh, God. This doesn't look like it was in a manual. Here. Rai Rutifer. I'm not making up. It says so here. Oh, wait, what's this? Oh, there's actually a story. I thought that was enough story. Guys, you can join the Circle, the official online society of Shadowgate. That is so online. That is so online of them. This is not even like from a current page. It's straight up from archive.org. Thing you know is ancient. Learn more about future Shadowgate games. I doubt there are any. This killed the franchise. Like Donkey Kong 64 killed Donkey Kong for a while. And also collectathons. I mean, if that game could kill collectathon genre, then this could. And I'm just going by a YouTube video title. I will admit that I don't know if the game did that specifically. But let's go by that narrative. If that game, Donkey Kong, could kill Donkey Kong for so long as it has, before DK's Donkey Kong Country Returns came out, then this game definitely killed Shadowgate permanently. It drowned it in the sewers. We should read the story, guys. We love lore here, don't we? We also love not playing the game that I set out to play. And by we, I mean the person that has to do it. So you better get along for the ride. I thought the guy was Lakmir. It says 100 years have passed since Lacanifs. Footsteps echoed through Shadowgate's darkened halls, the once proud edifice now reduced to crumbled ruins by years of neglect. Treasure hunters plunder the recesses deep within the keep's chambers. They're certainly not doing it while you're watching, because, like I said, it looks pretty abandoned. While thieves and raiding parties prey on the unsuspecting caravans crossing the nearby hills. I guess that's what happened here, huh? Long ago, powerful sorcerers, mighty warriors, and mythical beasts walked the land in the kingdom of Kelturn in a fierce battle raged between the noble King Aronda and the ancient evil, a dark sorcerer known as the Warlock. Lord Tempered Steel. MMJK and Courageous Knights. We're no match against. To list black magic and party soon the kingdom. Cool story. Cool story, bro. Yes, it switched to droid language. This is like fantasy in the age of sci-fi. Well, you know what? TLDR. That's their way of saying TLDR. It's on this day that Shadowgate's dungeon greets a new resident, a young halfling named Del Cottonwood. You know what Del means in Dutch? It means skank! The sole survivor of a caravan raid. Escape and death are the only options in the damp cells beneath the castle. Armed with his wits, well, Del is determined to find freedom. Suddenly he's not armed with his height. Wait. This definitely does not line up. Okay, so now we go back to the past. We have another flashback. We were in the present for a bit. Now we get knocked out again. Teetered on the brink of annihilation. In the kingdom, I don't know which one, which part is refers to, but it's clearly, again, the past. In desperation, the king summoned the master wizard Lekmir to thwart the Warlock Lord's plans of destruction. The wizard guided a young warrior, Jane, to his birthright. What? Is that a word? Jane. Plain Jane? What's Jane? That's not a word. What do you mean? No. What? It's that's not a word. The legendary Staff of Ages with its power in hand. Jer vanquished the Warlock Lord. Now it's Jer? How do you fuck up typing over something so much? Banishing within the magical castle of Shadowgate. Oh, that doesn't sound like a good idea. Because that's where we are. Now we have to deal with this. Jer was, in recognition of this valor, Jer was first named Lord of the Westland. Eventually King of Ulfkart. I really hope this is in a book in the game. Eventually the king of all of Cal Torlin. The timeless wizard Lekmir took up residence within the castle. And he's still there. Sentinel against the escape of the imprisoned evil. So here we go. View item. Okay, so there's nothing about equipment. So I'm guessing you cannot equip it. That's the answer. Guess I'm gonna go for a piss. Well, that was deep. We learned a lot today. BRB, quickly. I did say it was a chill stream. Chill and piss stream. A fuck up and chill stream. I have to remember that one. Goodness, that was almost another hiatus. But I like to take my time. I had to respond to someone. Their cat is watching, or has been watching, or was watching. Hello, Mushu. Shout out to Mushu. People talk to me in DMs. I think that just proves how shitty Twitch chat is. If people are not like hardcore Twitch users, they just avoid it and they'd rather send me DMs than that they would actually chat on Twitch. That is funny. I'm not reading them, by the way, unless I'm having a break. But sure, you can go ahead and do it. You can try that. It's one way to do it. I think it's valid. So we have learned nothing. Other than that, I don't think you can equip this. I think the equip thing is for like rings and shit. And makes you probably see ghosts. Yeah. Famously, not glasses. Rings. Make your see shit. It cannot be used there. I will be the judge of that. I wish I was the judge of that. I wouldn't really... Yeah, go through. See? The one time his small frame would have been useful. I can see that. No, 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 no. No, no, no. We don't. It can't be used there. Well, that's a tincture. We need a tincture. Come on, I can see it. I can see you. So mysterious. What's back there? It's so dark. What marvelous areas hide in that darkness? You don't know. It really speaks to the imagination, doesn't it? I'm glad that Saribot is still on the ball here. No matter how long I've been away, good old Saribot. It's at least one friend that never stopped being loyal to me. Look. Alright, let's look for some pixels that we may have overlooked. Although it's probably more of a technical issue. I think it's just that I didn't aim at the precise part of the wall where I need to use the bar. It must be that. This is a handhold. Okay, shut up. Shut up. Don't want to get stuck here. But then again, I did want to just check out this game, and I guess check it out we did. I could look it up, but I feel like that is not the real experience. As imagine... Wait a second. I did not actually notice there was another exit. And now you get a little warning. Yeah, this is another dead end, I guess. Can you see the bottom? Okay, so it is actually deep. You can't understand the ghost. So we don't need a ring to see ghosts. Never mind, we're just gifted like that. Did I just... It feels like that's another guy that just drowned there and then ended up there. As a warning. His own ghost put his corpse there. Oh. Pixels. Look at that pixel blur. Imagine this is even worse to spot on a Nintendo 64, because this cranks up the resolution quite a bit, right? I will take this noble parchment that people left for no reason in the sewers. So this dumb shit can't swim, but you're telling me he just will walk straight ahead. Of course, again, useless. So he's not just short, he's also thick in the wrong places because can't fucking fit through the... Right. So we've been here too. This is the other side of the lake. Makes you wonder why this part exists. At least we did find new pixels, and I did not expect that. I really thought we had seen it all. I just kind of want to make it out of the sewers. Meet the wizard, because you know we're gonna meet the wizard. Spoiler, we're gonna meet the wizard. Is that really a spoiler? And then maybe I'll play something else for a bit. I do think this is a funny game to just fuck around in. And fuck up in. Is that what this looks like to you? I can barely tell this is what it is. The room is square. The lake is square, right? Now let me see. I'm starting... Okay. I see. Sort of. There is a compass, actually. Or a compass. And we're facing sort of upwards. So we came from that little dark bar on the right. Right. But then what is it with that wall? Is the wall red herring? Are we just supposed to try and make it across the lake somehow? Build a raft. Build a raft? Out of what? Out of what even, right? Fun-filled. Adventure. It's adventure time. I'm not in the mood for that. What's with the crates? Why are they here? It's waterlogged, so why can't we break it? Break it open with the note. I always hate that it cannot be used here thing. Obviously it could be used for something, just not in a way that they want me to. You can always use it to bash your skull in. But they mean to say this item cannot interact with that item and yada yada. So what do you mean? Where is this on the map? It actually looks like a dead end here. Yes. I need to stop pressing this button. I refuse to accept that. Use the bone. Use the bone. Okay, so what I tried differently is that I looked upward more, and I figured maybe that helps. But this is truly, well and truly a fucked up thing. We cannot get past that, okay. Well, guess I'll die. Or we just look around a little bit better in the water. For more pixels, because now we know some pixels are really kind of small. As they always are in these games. Nothing quite beats looking for the skull pieces in Atlantis 2. Oop. Oh, that was pretty close to the edge we got. More drowning. I don't think we can jump, right? If only. If only this fucker could jump, but not even that. He can drown, though. Right. I know I figured this out. Probably. I actually don't know. Sometimes I think I figured things out as a kid, but I cheated the fuck out of it with strategy guides. In this case, probably... maybe the internet was around already. 56k modem shit. I mean, the internet was around. You could join the cult of Shadowgate. You could join the online cult. Just in case you were hankering. You had a hankering for more. Sewerage. You wanted more fucking shit. Okay, so I'm gonna assume... there's something blatant we're overlooking. Or something not blatant, rather. Just something we're overlooking. And it could be something really basic. It could just be... oh, you're using the bar wrong. You don't use the bar in the exact correct location. Like I said, for instance... am I aiming this right, or is it just really not usable here? It took me half an hour to find a piece of paper, so... Alright. I love getting stuck and having to look things up. That's my favorite. Oh. No, they didn't. That makes less sense than what I was thinking of. Doesn't it? That actually makes less sense than what I was thinking of. Fuck you and fuck you. That stupid fucking wall. I was looking for something small. I was thinking on the wrong scale. Now we got rock penis. How does this float? Can we take a second to appreciate how this solid item is floating? Or is it stuck? It's supposed to be stuck, but it looks like it's floating. Like subtly moving. Look. It's not a log. Is it just the water that is moving and not the log? I guess it's the water. That's me. That's me right now, after not streaming for several months. Let's read the journal. Fresh content unlocked. You decided that you would take this. I did, actually. Thank you for confirming that I decided that. Unforgettable, this adventure. Okay, so do we have more of a map here? I mean, the map does show you that you have to go in this direction somehow. And then there's a door. But is that a door in somewhere I can go? What's that? Oh, that's not an item. It's not like a cube that we can collect. Or the cube collection. I see. Well, I think we're out of the woods, so to speak. let's read the parchment. Okay, so this is how we switch between items and book. Book. This is now book. It's my favorite book, actually. Map is not book. This is book. Journal book. Map, not book. I am amazed at what I think we found, buried in the ground and unearthed after all this time. He said we should sell it to the sorcerer. That we'd be rich. I have a bad feeling about this. What is this fucking Star Wars? So what have we found? Actually, what have we found? Is there any hint? It's just ominous. I hear a draft. It's almost as if someone were looking for something. Can't be used here. Sorry, can I just pry it away? Pry it open. This looks like something I'd make in my Sims 4 file. Especially when I like to make little underground crawl spaces and dungeons. Alright, so we're still stuck. Not out of the woods. But here we have a handle. So maybe it works here. No. No, we have a handle. Come on. That's not how it works. You can pry with the handle. Alright. That other fucker at least had the luxury of... Oh. Of having a key, mostly. I do seem to overlook the bigger things. It's right next to where we use it. You can hear a draft here, by the way. That did somewhat give it away, but I'm impressed if that is actually a hint. I feel like it can be used here. Yes, we can. Oh my fucking... Okay, we're gonna do... Gonna be Here's Johnny about this. Oh. Oh. Oh man, that's foul. That is foul. Don't you guys think? That every time it clicks for me, I'm pissed. I'm a little pissed. I'm a little pissed. I feel really fucking stupid at the same time as that I'm pissed with the game for stumping me in the first place. I don't know how else to describe it, that I'm a little pissed. Not grumpy, pissed. It's different. It's different. Don't put this on me, I'm not grumpy. You're grumpy. Sounded like he was nibbling on cheese. Wow, they really expect me to remember clues from 3 rooms ago or something. Wow. Well, consider this like a very good taste of how long it would take me to get through the whole game and extrapolate. Extrapolate. And instead, we cannot climb, we cannot swim, but we can jump up this hole using the force. Wanna bet? Yes, it can be used here. Something can be used here for sure. And then what? Because that's still a hole in the ceiling. Okay, we're using the force now. Going up the hole. Wanna bet? Maybe it's like a vacuum cleaner? So he can climb up a vertical shaft now. We know that. straight up vertical shaft. Or jump up, but he cannot climb a wall. That was barely twice his height. One of the towers. Already? Is this castle of anything but towers? I don't want to fucking know what the actual trials look like anymore, because I have my fix and my share, my fill. I could play this for longer. I don't want to dwell too long on a gray-washed, blocky, blurry game. What's that? What's in here? Let's see if there's any more items. Nothing significant remaining. Well, it's been plundered for a while, hasn't it? All things considered, it's impressive we got this many items. From just the sewers. In a castle that's been... famously? This would have made more sense down in the dungeon under. But yeah, it's been famously plundered, yet we found a lot of items. Checkmate. Checkmate, Shadowgate. Keep thinking those are surveillance camps. So the map is just for the whole castle. This is the basement of the Disciples Tower. I see. Cool shit. Random doors being locked. Shadowgate not trying to lock you in. Impossible. That stupid lantern looks like CCTV. So this is the room where we found the cord. That's the most distinct feature about that. Wait, what? Oh, really? That's a fun detail. Come on. I heard a mouse. Let me just break open his fucking home. Have we used the iron bar for anything already? We should be using the pickaxe in every fucking door from now on. That shouldn't just be an item for climbing. Kind of spooky. What is this? Is that my character? I know I'm small, but I don't sound that small, am I? It's not exactly a pixie! I will take that and probably set off some curse. And it stopped doing that. I'm not happy with that wooden horse making sounds. And not stopping. The slipper is stuck to the table. It's magnetized. Okay, this is... I don't like this room anymore. So there was a child here. There is still a child here. It's holding on to that slipper. It's one hand on the slipper, the other one is on the horse. Can't see that fucking freak, but it was a fucking long-armed, freaky-ass child. that dwelled in this room and then died of long arm disease. It died of lanky congitis. Nothing suspicious. It's now suspicious. I decided. Very quirky word. Okay, I don't enjoy this room. I wish it didn't exist. At least there's a lot of different text. There's a lot of flavor text, like Baden Kaido's levels of amount of things to explore. Kind of want to play Baden Kaido's again. You guys like that, right? I'm gonna bring back JRPGs. Guys, I'll talk about it in a moment. Do I have to? I mean, there's nothing much to say about it. I'm just gonna bring back JRPGs and other games. I'm just gonna play whatever I fuck I want. Mostly, if it's live, chill games. Where stairs it? Was this here all along? Was this always unlocked? Oh wait, this was the one that was locked, but only one door away. Because they couldn't just lock this door instead, huh? Oh yeah, live games. Could be Secret of Mana. Might make a return. Very likely, if I continue to stream. New section unlocked. Do. Splendid. Yeah, that's one way to call it. What? Was that a cat? Black cat just dropped from the ceiling. The cat became a wizard. A scowling wizard. The traveler arrives. The traveler Del Cottonwood, to be exact. Okay, you don't need to impress me with that mind-reading powers, Master Jedi. How do I know your name? My name is Lakmir. I'm a sorcerer. Is that the explanation? I'm a sorcerer. I just know shit. Yeah, that was the explanation. How I know is my name. This tower is where I trained my disciples. You're not here for training, eh? Which path will you follow? I will follow the path of least resistance. Oh, the white path is easy but leads to death. Narrow is hard but leads to life. I will follow a path of closing the emulator. Power of Lagomir. Is the white path. What is the white path? Just like walking out of the castle? Will you be there? Alright, Obi-Wan. Get lost. I don't see the white path. This looks like a white path. I'd be very happy to take the white path and walk out of here. Oh, another figurine. Yes, now we can have them make out the pixie and do creepy shit with the figurines. Dragon Rune. No. What is that? Another force. Lots of force in this game. I have a bad feeling about this, I guess. Special way to open a door. I guess we'll be revisiting this at some point. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. It didn't piss me off that much. Just my own stupidity, or maybe not even that. Just trying to get into the logic of the game. But I'm also not saying we will revisit it. It's more like, you know, not out of the question. I really want to find that cat, though. Okay, can we go upstairs now without a jump scare of something appearing and giggling and... So he trained his disciples here. We got a whole ass library here with 1,000,000 books. Are we gonna read the books? Exciting contents. We took it. I will take them, but I'm not sure if I'll read them. Let's take the blank book. One cannot have enough wordless books. That's a sassy comment. So he cannot swim. He can fly. Apparently. He cannot climb properly. And he doesn't like reading. So he's probably dumb as fuck. I wonder how many views I'm repelling just because the graphics are so dreary. Maybe that's just me. I think that the more colorful the graphics, the more likely I get views. But let's face it, nobody looks at the stream. Who has time for that? I don't. More blank books. He is going to be quite buff from carrying shit. That's, I guess, one of the tropes. In these games, you end up carrying a lot. You can always use an extra pound to lug around. There you go. Dell is the queen of witticisms. So maybe I was a bit quick to call him a half-wit, right? Hold on, I probably should mute myself. Blowy wet nose. Do 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 do. Is someone's cat still watching? I'm just checking now. Checking my DMs, because that's how people talk to me, like I said. Do do do. Do 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 do. No, I didn't get anything from the cat. The cat didn't DM me. I'm just wondering how I'm gonna organize this content after I'm done. Because it's not really a very high effort. But does that matter? I don't know. Never seen so many book textures in one place. Yeah, I'm wondering if I should upload this like as a separate episode almost, like a part 1 of this series, or I should just dump the whole stream and call it a day. I may just archive it for myself. Makes my head spin. On this side it makes my head spin. Let's read the books, because most of them were blank anyway. Oh, what did it say about this? Does it say anything about this? Is there any description? Cannot be used here. Reading, we're done, right? I like that the actually slams his fist into everything that's a wooden surface. I don't know exactly what he's doing there with the chair. Maybe humping it? It wasn't moving, but we already know that his physical impact on the world is very minimal. Oh, look at that. Let's have a look outside. Let's see what's there. Oh my, his head is small. More cheerful scenery. You yearn to leave this dead tower, but you were too big for the window. Yes, it would be really fun to go to the graveyard. An ancient book that we overlooked almost. But it is too frail. Okay, so well, that was not much. You wonder at the vendor who carved his initials in this ancient desk. Who did that? Another fucking ghost? Two doors, 3 doors even. Do they all lead to the same shit? Find out next time. Wrong button. Actually, no, that's fine. Let's save. And then I'll read the book without saving that I read it, because the game wouldn't know. It really is blank. I assume it's written with invisible or magic ink or some shit. Yep. That's a lot of pages for safe. Hey, this book looks blank too when you open the... Alright, here we go. And who is wiser, the man or the dragon? Men fear, dragons do not. As wise as the serpent, dragons discern. Discern if the rider is afraid. I tell you this, no coward has ever ridden one. Dragons respect only the brave. But what's wrong with being afraid? That's the only time a man can be brave, in the words of some. It is unwise to mock a great dragon, and to use them in an unworthy way is folly. 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 Right, dragon, dragon, dragon. This is just some ancient fairy fanfic, isn't it? It cannot be controlled. Thoughts are deeper than our thoughts. My mind to your mind. Alright, maybe that's not worth carrying around, but I guess that once you picked it up, it's stuck. Sticks with you. Well, you know what? Del can use the workout. Can't even move a chair or open doors. The final battle. Let me summarize each page. Our greatest foe has been vanquished, but his minions still survive. Brave young Jer. That was the king. The hero, the king. From the story from the archive.org. As foretold in archive. You know what? Archive.org feels more legendary than these books. It's more like rummaging through an ancient library, especially with those weird glitchy characters in there. It's been scrambled by a magic spell, been sealed away. But at what cost did he triumph? Exhausted against after his final confrontation against the Warlock Lords, I hate that word, most powerful creation, the Behemoth. Young Jer must take the mantle of hero and lead this ragtag group of gypsies, defenders, against the deadliest of the Warlock Lord's remaining army. Alright, so there was a big battle. And the army remains. The Warlock's defeated. The Warlock has been defeated. With the help of the wizard Langmere, young Jer awaits the final battle with the Staff of Ages at his side. The land of Cal Torlin moans. Wait, there's another final battle? The land of Cal Torlin moans and cries out against the bloodshed that it has seen. Soon it shall see victory, and the land shall once again know peace. Staff of Ages, Jer, legendary hero. So that's gonna be us next, I suppose, with our, with our athletic skills and posing frame. I wanted to really smash that here. That statue. This door is death. Oh. Well, that's fun. It's another room like the previous one. I'm thrilled. Well, I know there's more to explore here. I'm bored of this. I just want to see something else before I leave this place. Oh, there's his family. Can we use this? I didn't expect these to... Maybe it will do nothing. I mean, this is a man with... It could have been his family that you put here. So these are... Oh my god, they love their red herrings in this game, huh? Different order? Maybe the elf is between pixie and man? Like this was an evolutionary line? Really? Was that not even like an optional thing? I felt so smart. Also, why do I hear sewer music? Because this area is shitty? Let's see what's in the diary. I just want to have some satisfaction. The House of Dreslin. Oh, I see. This is fucking Hogwarts. I get it now. This is the real Hogwarts Legacy. Without the controversy. Neatly organized. It's just something depressing about everything being so abandoned, huh? I just don't like that there's sewer music in the bedroom, but maybe that's fitting for some. I guess this is another bedroom. I was gonna stop playing half an hour ago, wasn't I? More blank pages. What witty comment about it? No, just the same. Extra pound. Extra pund. Yes, let's take the flute and play it everywhere. Since he's like half an elf or what? Half an elf? Half an elf? He's half of an elf. He must know how to play the flute. Flute, Jesus Christ, I stopped knowing how to speak already. Well, I wouldn't have expected anything to happen here. But I do like that little ditty. That was fun. I think I'll just read the student thing. And then leave it at that. What's this about him? Month of Aries. As Star Wars Day, it was merely a matter of time before the Watchmen discovered our folly. Right. I always suspected he knew of our excursions, but a man can only turn a deaf ear so long. Perhaps they will be gracious with us. The trips were merely an occasional diversion. Will they confiscate the key and tell Good Master Lackmere? What do you mean? Where did they go? So this was a student's diary, right? They escaped at night, I guess. W Day. And what is SW Day? The good master was gracious. That's his first mistake. A week of shameful labor could be worse, much worse. I've heard that future transgressors will be made to wear the blue ring. It is sad that this ring will drive a man insane. Okay, well that is not that gracious then. NWD. What the hell is that lore? It happened on this day that I beheld the darkest side of Lackmere. He appeared from nowhere and yelled at me as I went to clean the fireplace. I quickly forgot my chores as I said, let's check out the fireplace. Isn't it strange that a tower with no chimney should have a fireplace? I realized that was a dangerous thought. I could not help but think them as the moon. Oh. I realized that such thoughts were dangerous, but I could not help but think them as the moon rose over the third tower. And I dreamt of a grinning skull, wearing a ring of blue that cried out for its brothers of red and green. And in it, I saw the answers, and a voice told me that once you're through with one world, there's another waiting there. And then he learned his lesson. Not to go near chimneys. That was kind of an amusing book. I mean, that kind of escalated at the end. After the death of the great King Arond, the succession did not proceed well. With failing health and without an heir, the great king had the presence of mind to appoint a successor, Lord Ger of the Westland. This turned into a favorable decision by commoner and nobleman alike. Ger's leadership and courage, tempered with his upbringing and passion, but one family opposed the choice, the Dreslin family. The Dreslins? I mean, when your family name looks like Gremlin, you kind of have to be assholes. It's just how you're brandished. An illustrious family of old lineage that served as chief vassals for generations. So it is like the Malfoys or some shit. Supported by other conservatives who relied more on tradition than the welfare of the kingdom, the Dreslins mounted a political campaign against Harry Potter. Harry Potter is the new king of this world in this legend. More renowned as castle builders than as statesmen, the Dreslins' political gambit failed. In the end, the more extreme factions of the family planned to assassinate the newly crowned Ger. Their plan was thwarted. Ger, out of mercy, and because of his short tenure on the throne, decided to spare them. Another fucking mistake. They still retained that their lands were confiscated, they retained their duties. Bereft of power, they were still a proud family. And they're still here to cause trouble. Well, not really here, because that would mean too much work animating their models. But in spirit, they're causing trouble. And probably the ones behind all those locked doors. Swallowing keys left and right. I don't want to stay in this room. I discern where the students might be. I also discern I don't want to stay in this room. Doing me evils. Without the mattresses. I'm gonna lurk on the other hallway. Where the music is nice. At least we got rid of the stupid statues. So we can carry more books. Oh, the dust accumulated on this table causes you to... How immersive. How's that? I mean, how often do you get to see the word sneeze in a game? I don't see it often. That was fun. That was really interesting. Alright.